this video, I want to share with you a bit about what my philosophy is about the cards. I call it TaroSophia, the love of tarot. I'm always a student. There's always endless learning to be done. The most important concept for me is that the tarot is a language. You see, we can speak about higher self or spirit, call it God, whatever you will, and our communication with that frequency, with that energy, with that larger self, with that bigger reality. We really don't need any tools to connect with that. We don't need a language. Just like with our beloved, we can get telepathic, right? And just a look is enough. However, language is extremely useful. And that's how I see the cards. It's literally an agreement that I make with this otherness or this myselfness, because really there is no distinction between inner and outer when you really achieve a connection with this bigger thing, whatever it is. Scientists nowadays call it the field. Some people call it God, some people call it spirit, some people call it higher self. At any rate, the tarot for me becomes a language that I agree with this otherness of myselfness, that I'm going to speak through that language. And then I become really intimately acquainted with that language. Just like as a musician, I practice for hours, just like any profession or any skill that you want to have will take time. The tarot takes time. But once you are intimately connected with that, then it becomes a language through which you can speak with your deeper areas, with your subconscious, with your unconscious, and with your higher self. And this language has endless depths. That's why I decided to call the channel Depths of Tarot. Now, it's important for me to tell you that I don't, there's lots of claims about the tarot leading you to enlightenment and total self-knowledge and initiation. These things are possible, but they're kind of like if I gifted you with a hammer and I absolutely assured you and promised you that you're going to have the best mansion in the world that you can build. That would be an exaggeration, wouldn't it? I'm just giving you a hammer. What you do with the hammer is your own business, and I don't know what it's going to be. It's a tool. The tarot equally is a tool. It can be used in a very superficial way, as a game. It can be used in an extremely deep way for very deep self-reflection. For me, personally, the combination of this language of tarot with other disciplines, disciplines that hit all my centers. Let's talk simply about three centers: my physical, my emotional, my mental. And so I combine that with serious disciplines. For the body, I do asanas, yoga asanas, qigong, etc. For the heart, I have devotional practice, chanting, mantra, etc., etc. For the mind, I definitely have many, many years of experience in very many traditions of meditation. You can choose your own, but it's important that you reach a state of integration between your centers, and so you open up what is called the seventh chakra to receive very clear messages from your higher self, intuitive messages. And so then the language of the tarot can speak clearly through you. Once that is achieved, then any card has an endless possibilities, depending on the moment, depending on the question that you're asking, myriad possible interpretations. And ideally, you reach such an intimacy with the language that you have almost a non-conceptual, immediate message from that image that is in front of you. And that any of those images will call upon you and motivate you to look at a specific area of your life. So even though we can have a belief or a faith in the fact that the card that goes at that moment in this place is the perfect message for me, I make it the perfect message. I look at the image, and the image is reflecting and mirroring something in me that I can look at that moment. That's my opportunity. For me personally, again, the moment is the important thing. I don't necessarily look at the future. Or I don't look at the past. My experience tells me that if I am present in the now-ness, in the gift of this moment, then the next step will take care of itself. Will take care of itself. And so the cards are kind of giving me an opportunity to have picture of things that I can look at, that I can bring from deep within myself in order to clarify this moment. I usually don't have a lot of decisions to make, you know. I think that decisions need to happen when you're divided, because a decision means that you are divided. Your mind wants to go one way, your heart might want to go a different way. If you have many years of integrative practices, you know, if you're in integration, and what now they call coherence, neuropsychologists, a state of coherence, you just know. You don't need any other tools. But being the humans that we are, we can use the tarot as a tool sometimes when things are not clear, and the tarot simply tells you, okay, look at this part, look at this element. And it always reveals something. It always reveals something. I have also done tarot reading professionally for some years. I've done it online. And it's uncanny how precise it can be, and how it always, one way or another, helps us to have a bigger picture of what's happening. I am very rooted in Buddhism also. I've done meditation for many years. And so many people who are in that element look at tarot as a superstitious, silly thing. But I bought my first deck in 1978 or something like that. And I was, from the very beginning, very fascinated by the symbols of the cards. And it's been a really wonderful friend all these years. On and off, I've been deeply in touch or left it a little bit on its own. Mostly I'm using the Marseille, which is for me the closest thing to the original tarot, but I own a good 30 decks. And in the work that we're going to do through this channel, I hope it will help you decode the message of the cards, no matter what deck you're using. Okay, my friends? So I hope this channel helps you, whether you are a beginner or advanced. It helps you to clarify or amplify the knowledge of the cards. And I hope from the heart that these sharings will be useful to you. And I hope to keep on seeing you. So, hasta luego, amigos. Muchas gracias.